What is up, my butter biscuits? In today's video, we have another review for you guys. I am so excited that you guys are loving reviews because y'all know I love reviewing product, but I just feel like if the views are not up, then I'm like, why am I gonna do it? But you guys have really been liking it, so I'm super excited because y'all know I love testing out new product. Y'all, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up if you guys like reviews. If you guys want more reviews, then I need more thumbs up, obviously, because that let me know that you guys like reviews. As you guys can tell by today's title, we're going to be reviewing the brand new Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blur Plus Smooth Tint Stick. Now, I really have high expectations for this, one being that it is $35, but also because I really do enjoy the original Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop tint right here. This is probably about maybe my third or fourth bottle of this. I really like this for an everyday use. It is marketed as a medium coverage. However, I personally feel like I could build this up to a full coverage if I wanted to, especially if I'm using a gripping primer. The stick right here is marketed as a light to medium coverage, and it is in recyclable packaging. It's also available in 25 shades. Not as much as obviously her regular line, but this is a lighter coverage, so it will be more adaptable to more skin tones. Y'all, it is currently 96 degrees today, and I do have my beanie on. Y'all know I hate my forehead. If you guys have ever thought that Rihanna has a big forehead, like, y'all, mine literally makes hers look like a micro forehead. Like, literally, mine is so massive. So I'm like, ugh. And I just feel like it's getting bigger the older I get. Like, honestly, y'all, it's so bad that I feel like I'm gonna be a cone head this year for Halloween. Like, honestly, I was like, okay, I'm either gonna be Homer Simpson, Shrek, or a cone head. Like, I just don't know which one. Honestly, for a cone head, I wouldn't really have to do much, so maybe I'll go with that. Anyways, let me not ramble. You guys only care about the review, duh. Okay, so I'm gonna shut up. Just letting you guys know from the jump, I am in a shade 7. We'll go over all the details within today's video. Also, make sure you guys click the link down below, head over to my second channel. That's my travel channel with my brother. Y'all, I did not have an energy drink today, okay? This is just natural, so I do apologize. Anyways, go show some love over there. I got some good videos going on over there. Make sure you guys go show some love. Make sure if you guys like reviews, give this video a big thumbs up. Let me shut up. Let's go ahead and get into it. As I mentioned in the intro, this is available in 25 shades. I am in the shade 7. I also use the original Eaze Drop in the shade 7, so I'm hoping that this does match. I kind of like mix a 7 and a 9 because my 9 is like my summer color. However, this summer I have not been in the sun, so I haven't really tanned at all. So this right here is $35 for oh my god, I literally just almost spit everywhere. I just don't know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I just be spitting. I don't get it. Anyways, this is 9 grams of product, which is 0.32 ounces. Can somebody let me know down in the comments below why a stick formulation always has less than 1 ounce? Am I just stupid? I never really put 2 and 2 together, because like, say for example, when you get like a liquid foundation, it's always 1 ounce. This one right here is actually 1.08, but every foundation pretty much is 1 ounce. But I have noticed with sticks, it's very like, it's a lot less, honestly. And I'm like, maybe it's because the formulation, maybe with a stick you get more, so you use less. I don't really know, but somebody let me know. Anyways, this is what it says right here for the highlights. This is a cream formula, medium coverage, long wearing, light coverage. So light to medium coverage, hydrating. So this is what it says in the about the product section. It says a light coverage, long wear tint stick with a creamy, smooth texture that instantly blurs while melting into skin for a natural finish. The coverage is light to medium, the finish is natural, and the formulation is cream. And this is what it says right here on the what else you need to know section. This crease-proof formula delivers a blurred, smooth, second skin finish that resists fading and transferring. Easy to use, the stick helps with all-day hydration and contains color true pigment that resists oxidation. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why can't I not read that right now? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Plus, it's 100% recyclable. Let's go ahead and dive into the packaging right here. I did see people online showing how this is recyclable. I do want to say, in my personal opinion, this is just me, maybe because it is recyclable, this packaging to me just, it feels really cheap. Like, to be honest, for $35, it feels very light. I don't know if you guys like that. Me personally, I like something a little bit more weighted. I don't know, maybe I'm just delusional, but I feel like when something's heavier, like, it feels more luxurious. Like, besides me, because y'all already know I'm heavy and I'm trashy, so I'm like completely opposite of that. But you guys know what I'm trying to get at, okay? This right here just feels a little bit cheap in my personal opinion, but it is recyclable. And then this is what it looks like right here. Once again, I am in the shade 7. Also, y'all, before I zoom you guys in, I already did prep my skin. As you guys know, my current favorite, I use the MAC Hyper Real Skin Canvas Balm with the serum, and then I just go in with a little bit of Max Fix Plus. Yeah, I feel like every 3 months I like go through a different like skincare prep for makeup. I don't know why, for some reason I don't like sticking with things for a long period of time, but that's my favorite right now. Actually, that's been my favorite for the past 6 months, I would say. Oh my gosh, maybe even 7. I really like that stuff. Anyways, let me shut up and let's go ahead and zoom you guys in. Okay, now on TikTok and Instagram Reels, I see so many people apply this onto their skin and then blend it out. As you guys know, me with any type of dragging motion, it's just not going to work for me. That's why I can't really use a brush unless I'm going to be stippling it on. So today I'm just going to be applying it with a Juno & Co sponge, and that's just pretty much it. That's how I apply every product, but I see everybody literally just dragging, kind of like it's a moisturizer, but I just can't do that because it will skip, because you guys know my skin skin pH balance is all types of tore up, and I just cannot figure it out, y'all. I've tried so many different products, but it just doesn't work. I'm also going to be taking this underneath my eye because it does say that it is transfer, oh my gosh, well, it does say that it is transfer resistant as well, but it also does say that it is crease proof. So I'm going to be testing out under the eye, and I did see some comments before when I did a foundation review. It's been a hot minute, but I've been wanting to talk about this. People will be like, oh my god, why do you put your foundation underneath your eye? And I'm like, obviously I want to test out to see how the creasing is, because a lot of people will have, you know, 11 lines, or they'll have smile lines, or even creasing around the eye. So I like putting it where I have my wrinkles, obviously, so that way we can see how it wears throughout the day. Plus, in my personal opinion, you guys can call me delusional, it's totally fine, but I personally feel like I don't really need concealer. I feel like normally if a foundation or tint is a medium coverage, that's enough for me personally. Which is so crazy, because if you guys go back on my channel, y'all, I used to shellac makeup on. So let me just go ahead and just put a couple of stripes on here. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? This does not pull on the skin at all. This actually just glides like right on. I see people kind of take a lot of it because it is supposed to be, you know, a very light coverage. But I'm just going to go ahead and take it like that. Ooh, sorry, my mirror is blocking the screen. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out. Okay, now as you guys can see, that may have looked like a lot of coverage, but it did blend out quite a bit. I am going to take some underneath my eye now. You know what's crazy is I already feel like I'm going to love this, because I feel like this looks like absolutely nothing is on my skin. Oh my gosh, y'all, I really do like the original one, but like I said before, it's kind of crazy that that was marketed as a medium coverage, but I was like, y'all, I feel like you can get a full coverage with this. This is actually a light coverage, which I really like on an everyday basis. I like to throw up something or throw on something to cover up my redness. As you guys can see, all this redness. It's really bad because it's hot right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and take some underneath the eye, and then I'm gonna take some right here to see if it can build up on my little sunspot, because I do like to cover that up also. Okay, so this is the side without, and this is the side with. I do want to say the actual finish of this is super beautiful. I'm a little bit nervous to not set it, but there's a part of me that does not want to set it, because I'm like, this looks absolutely amazing. I love it, but it is 96 degrees today, so I'm like, oh, I don't know. I feel like it'll kind of melt off. As of right now, I really like this. I think that this looks like my skin, but just better, and it looks very hydrated, but not like overly dewy. Like this right here is what I want my skin to look like all the time. But I will say this though, putting that little tiny layer underneath my eye, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Right from the jump, I can definitely see that it is already sitting in some creases right there. And then also too, I want to say, I feel like, I don't know, right here against my eye, it's kind of clinging to something. So I'm like, I don't know if that's maybe because I didn't blend it out fast enough or what, but it doesn't look too bad. It's not too noticeable. I was tapping it out with my finger and it was going away. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other side off of camera so that we can save a little time on this video, and then you guys will see if I set my face or not. I'm really kind of torn. I'm like, do I set it? Do I not set it? I really don't know, but I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this side on right here. I do want to say that maybe something is going on with this eye right here. I don't know what it is, because underneath this eye it looks fine, but underneath this eye I'm not really liking it, so that's a little bit weird. Also, another thing I want to know is this shade right here is supposed to be neutral tone. It does say it's a warm neutral. I do want to say though, I feel like it is pulling a little bit yellowy, as to where I feel like this one right here, the shade 7 in the regular Eavesdrop, is actually pretty good. It's so weird. I feel like to make my perfect shade, I always have to mix. I would normally probably mix a 7 and a 9 with this, so maybe that's what I'll have to do with the stick. I am going to set my face though, because I am going to go on a walk with a friend, so I'm like, you know what, y'all, 96 degrees and me walking, like, that's just not a fair chance, even though it does say long wearing. And I know a lot of you guys out there don't like setting your stuff, but I always set everything, so I'm going to be setting it with the Hourglass Veil as of right now. I feel like this looks so absolutely beautiful. Like, I just feel like this is such a beautiful finish, a beautiful coverage. I feel like personally, but maybe I am a little heavy-handed, I feel like this is definitely medium coverage. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is it all set right here. I did throw on a little bit of bronzer. I will do my brows later. I just feel like, you know what? I probably won't even do my brows. I'm like way too lazy today. I'm like super over it. Anyways, as of right now, I do want to mention, I definitely do notice that this did blur my pores on the side of my cheek as well as the side of my nose. It looks really good, and it definitely is hydrating. You guys can see this little bit of glow right here. There is no highlight on. I literally just have the setting powder right here, which is the Hourglass Veil. Y'all, I absolutely love this powder. You guys know I always rave about it. It's super expensive, but I really love it because I feel like it does a good job at setting your face without making your face look overly matte, but then also it's not like super sparkly. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has some like finely milled, like light reflecting pigments in it. I just feel like it is absolutely beautiful. This combo right here, honestly, if this wears well, will probably be my new favorite. You guys know right now my current favorite is is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This right here may beat it. Like, I feel like this looks so good on my skin. You can definitely feel this is very, very lightweight. However, I still feel like it gave a good amount of coverage and it is blurring. So I am going to see throughout the day how this wears. I'm planning on keeping this on for about maybe 5 hours, maybe 6 hours. I have a really late start to my day. It's actually already 4:19. Low-key, I feel a little bit stupid, y'all. Every single time that I watch somebody's review, they're all like, oh my gosh, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, could not be me. I am a night owl. Okay, I don't be going to bed till like 3 o'clock in the morning. So anyways, y'all, I will do my final check-in later, but as of right now, I am really loving this. So it is currently 10:42 right now, and this is what my skin looks like. I did go on a little bit of a walk, but I didn't do anything too strenuous. Honestly, I wasn't even sweating, and I do want to say I look extremely oily. This is probably the most oily my skin has looked, oh my gosh, I don't know, in a couple years. I feel like for the past couple years, my skin has been pretty combo. For a long period of my life, I was oily, and then I feel like now I'm only oily in the T-zone. My T-zone though right now, I don't know if it's picking up on camera. It is like really, really bad, but what's really crazy to me is the rest of my face to where I'll normally stay matte. I don't get oily or any type of sweatiness or anything like that. Just right here, like on the side of my face, and right here looks really, really oily to me. I don't think it looks horrible. However, I'm just thinking that I literally only had it on for about 4 hours and what, maybe like 20 minutes or so, 20, maybe 4 hours and 30 minutes. You know what I mean? That's really not too long. If I were to keep this on for 8 hours, I think I would look absolutely horrendous. I definitely do think this is geared towards more people who have dry skin. Combination skin, it may be hit or miss. If you have oily skin, I definitely would not recommend this for you, especially if you're going to be keeping it on for a long time. For me, I definitely did like the finish of this for the first couple hours, and I know this may sound strange to a lot of people out there, but you guys know that I don't like my redness, so this is the type of product that I will use if I'm going to go to the grocery store, if I'm maybe going to go to happy hour, if I'm only going to be keeping on my makeup for a couple of hours. If I am going to be having it on all day, I probably wouldn't trust within this foundation to stay on. Also, I do want to note too, I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but the creases underneath my eye look really bad, like really, really bad. So I definitely wouldn't recommend this if you guys do have a lot of fine lines and creases. I definitely think this is geared towards probably people who have a little bit more, I would say more supple skin, you know what I'm saying, on the dry side, because definitely if you have oily skin, you're going to look really, really oily. Overall, I do want to say though, like for the first hour or two, my skin looked really hydrated, looked really nice for the first couple of hours. I feel like after maybe about 2.5, 3 hours, it just went downhill and I got really oily. And honestly, maybe you guys might like this. However, for me, I don't. I feel like it's just, I don't know. It starts to look a little bit heavy the more oily I look. Do you know what I mean? I like a nice little satin finish, and I definitely do want to say my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation definitely does hold up better than this. I feel like I can keep that on for like 6 to 8 hours and I'm gonna look good with it. At the end of the day, depending upon how hot it is, I may look really oily, but this, for only being 4.5 hours, is really, really dewy. I actually don't mind it like right here because it does look like a natural highlight. However, like my nose, my smile lines, like my creases on the side of my nose look really bad. The creases on my eye as well as under my eye, it looks really, really bad. I know this sounds like really weird because obviously I do want to note the negative parts of it, but I actually do like this foundation. I do think that it is good. But like I said, only to keep on for a couple of hours. I definitely did like it for the first 2 hours. I was like, oh my gosh, this like literally may be my new favorite foundation, only because my skin looked so supple, so hydrated, and just so bouncy. Do you know what I mean? Like my skin looked so young. But I feel like now I'm like, woo, this is probably just a little bit too hydrating for me. I definitely would recommend giving this a shot if you guys do have dry skin. If you guys do have oily skin and pick this up, please let me know how you like it. I really am curious because I consider myself to be pretty combo. Like honestly, I'm just oily down in the T-zone. The rest of my skin I would say is really, really normal. Sometimes it could be a little bit more on the dry side, and to me this is like, woo, that's really, really dewy. But anyways, y'all, overall, if I had to rate this on a scale from like 1 to 5 stars, I would probably give it about a 3.5. I definitely do like it, but definitely not long wearing in my personal opinion. Obviously, that does depend upon your skin type, but on my skin type, it's not looking the best right now. And honestly, y'all, if I went to the club or something like this, I low-key would like be ditching the lights to like try to hide because I just feel like right now I look so greasy. But yeah, anyways, that is it for this video. I definitely will be keeping this. I won't be returning it. I do feel like for the like first couple hours, it looked really, really beautiful. Maybe I'll try this out in the future with setting it with this Makeup Forever powder. You guys know this Makeup Forever powder right here, the Ultra HD setting powder. This one right here, I really, really like to like lock in my makeup. But normally I don't like to use this because it does look a little bit too dry. Maybe I'll go ahead and give it a shot with this and then see how I'll like it, because the Hourglass one that I set it with is a little bit more on the satin side. So maybe it's like too dewy of a product mixed with too satin of a powder. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'll try a more mattifying powder in the future, and I'll let you guys know how I like it. But as of right now, I still kind of do like it. It's just definitely not long wearing because this is way too greasy for me. Anyways, if you guys pick up this foundation, please let me know how you guys like it. If you guys have oily skin, please let me know how you like it. Like, I'm really, really curious how the oily people out there would like this because I feel like it'll melt off like right away. So make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.